Hey YouTube, it's Mrlubufu. I'm a little sad. My computer freaked out and lost my original footage for this, which was actually quite hysterical. I liked it a lot. By far one of the funnier videos I'd made. So this is my PTQ report for PTQ Denver. I will not spoil how I did, but this is just going to be a review of sorts. Also, being able to see could be useful. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I woke up. It was early. I was so tired. So I woke up before my alarms went off to check to see how the weather was, and I'll include a little bit of footage. PTQ report part 1. Got up early. It's like 7:30 in the morning, so it's kind of early for me. I'm like, okay, got plenty of time to drive. I'm not sure how much you can tell, but it's snowing. It's not like blizzard conditions, but it's snowing consistently, and the roads look really icy. It's very pretty if I didn't have to go drive to go to PTQ. Okay. That ends edit number 1. From my camera, because I woke up and I was gonna plan one type of video and it didn't work out. So it's a slightly different format than I was planning to be for this one, but no worries. It's still a good video or clip. But all in all, it was snowing pretty hard. By the time I got dressed and got everything together, it was almost blizzard-like conditions. The roads were really icy. I learned that my car has a fun little light on it that's essentially, you have no control of your car. So that was fun. I had to learn about that light the hard way. Nearly got rear-ended by a guy who didn't understand that the roads were icy and decided to just go fast. So he was tailgating me as I leave the university. I'm like, okay, well, I'm still going to go slow. And then I look ahead of the road, and then I look in my rear view, and all of a sudden he's sideways. Like, he had been going, and he just hit a patch of ice and was just sideways. I was just like, huh. Well, I guess you learned your lesson now. I just kept going. He was fine. Like, he corrected there was no other traffic. It was 7:45 in the morning, something like that, 7:30. So, the drive over Denver takes about twice as long as it should, with clean roads. And get Denver, show up, and I was feeling good. I thought, okay, this is my chance for PTQ season. I want to win something. That was my goal. I wanted to win something. And so I show up, and for the first time, I got to meet one of my subscribers in person, so that was fun. CU Fan Forever. He had messaged me a couple times saying, hey, do you want to meet? Do you want to, do some pack wars, etc., etc. At first, it was a little weird. He was, like, asking for my phone number and, like, where I went to university. It was a little creepy, but it was all in good faith. He was just an awesome guy. I'm not going to say his real name on camera, but he was fun. I had a great time talking with him. We actually did film. He did sponsor an episode of Pack Wars. I left my tripod here. I found it. Like, one of the fun parts of the video I filmed previously was it's right there next to my computer, and I left it here. So that was fun. So it's not as good quality, but it's still fun to watch. It was a good game of Pack Wars. It was Besieged versus or Mirrodin Besieged Phyrexia versus Besieged Mirren, and all the cards were Japanese, so that was interesting. So that was cool. And we did this while the PTQ was supposed to start at 10 a.m. and then it got delayed by 45 minutes because of the weather, so they wanted everyone to show up, essentially so they could make more money. So we played that while we waited, and then we finally got to opening packs, deck building. The pool I opened had Bloodline Keeper, Geist Honored Monk, Black Removal with Victim of the Night. Like, it was a good pool. The guys around me, the guy across from me, I was at the end of a table. The guy across from me opened Mayor of Aberbrook and Angelic Overseer and Stromkirk Noble. The guy to my right opened 3 Abyssinian Priests. No, the guy diagonally to me opened 3 Abyssinian Priests and a Daybreak Ranger. The guy to my left, or to my right, opened no bombs, but just great black-red. And it was actually kind of funny. So what you do at a PTQ, for those of you who don't know, is you open up a pool, you register it, and then you have to pass it to make sure no one cheats. So what they made us do is only 2 things. Before it was like left, across, then behind you, something like that. And this time it was pass it across from you and then pass it to your left. So since I was at the end of the table, all 4 of us essentially got one another's pools. The guy across from me kept his pool of Mayor and Angelic Overseer. I was jealous. The guy to my right kept his pool of Black, Red, Insane. I got the Triple Abyssinian Priest, Daybreak Ranger. The guy diagonal to me got the Bloodline Keeper, Geist Honored Monk. So I think I got the lesser of the 3 because I really wanted a good bomb. Daybreak Ranger is good, don't get me wrong. Anyway, so then we had to do deck building. I'm not going to say exactly what my deck was because I kind of want to submit the pool to the Boyk's Sealed Surgery because I'm kind of curious to see. I feel I built it properly. That's what I'm going to say. I feel like I played my best Magic yesterday. So there's that. So round 1, I built my deck. It was, I'm not going to say the color. It was green-white. I'm not going to say anything else. So round 1, I played against a kid. It was his first PTQ. He was a good player, not so good at deck building, because he had like Maw of the Mire, which is better in Sealed. It's not as good as Into the Maw of Hell, but the problem was he had Bloodline Keeper and Gavany Township. So game 1, I got ahead of him fast, and I was fast enough on the play. Game 2, he got there with Gavany Township, just blowing me out. In game 3, I got lucky that he never drew a second black source. He was splashing for Bloodline Keeper, so I got lucky that he didn't draw a second black. So that was good. I started out round 1. I was a little shaky because I drafted M12. For those who saw my video on Friday, I drafted a red-black deck, and I was like, okay. I got Morbid confused with Bloodthirst. That was awesome. I'm only human, right? So that was a good time. Luckily, you know, he made his own mistakes, and his cost him a lot more than mine did. So round 1, I was feeling pretty good. I said, okay, I can do this. Round 2, I played against one of the Channel Fireball guys, Connolly Woods and Brad Nelson. If you don't know them, they're really, really good players from Channel Fireball. They were both there. I didn't play either one of them. I played another guy who came from Channel Fireball, and I lost really quick to him because he had turn 5 Angelic Overseer both games. Yeah, that was not a pleasant experience. So I lost really quickly to that deck. So at that point, okay, I'm 1-1. I can do this. Round 3. It's 8 rounds. Oh, by the way, it's 8 rounds and 6-2 net you prizes. So I'm saying a lot. Last night was so much better. Sleep deprived. And videos were funny. Anyway, round 3, I went against a guy with a pretty mediocre deck, and he got some good draws. And game 3, if I had I sighted in some extra removal from a different color against him, and I needed to draw one of like the 8 spells in my deck, and he had lost, and I didn't draw any of them, and it was rough. I needed to draw like 3 turns in a row. I couldn't get there, so he beat me with a mediocre deck, and at that point I was feeling pretty bad. It was 1-2. I had to win out in order to get anything, so I was like, not good. So I'm like, okay, maybe. I decided to buy something for myself at that point because I was like, probably not gonna get anything, but it was something I really wanted. I've always wanted a playmat, specifically an angel playmat, because I've been looking for them for a while. It's so pretty. So now I finally have a playmat, and I was like, it's an awesome angel playmat. I almost lost it too. I got it and I set it down, and then they called off pairings, and then I didn't have my playmat anymore. Luckily, one of the judges found it really, really quick. He gave it back to me, and I was all happy. Anyway, so at that point, I say, okay, I'm gonna have to win out. So I'm 1-2, and I play against. I don't even remember who I play. Right, I play against. I don't remember who I play. Sorry. Yeah. And I got the rounds a little bit confused, but I essentially won. I think off the back of Daybreak Ranger. It was good. It was a good card. So there, at that point, I'm 2-2. I was like, I just got to keep winning. Like, that's what I got to do. So, my next match, I was 2-2. I played against the guy who got 4th at the Scars of Mirrodin PTQ, the last one I was at. So I was a little intimidated, and game 1, I got the nut draw. We were able to play out 3 Abyssinian Priests against a non-human deck. He got a little cranky there, and then when I beat him, game 2, he raged. He raged a lot. He was really angry. Really, really angry. I got it, you know, I found it a little funny that people get so upset over a game, but hey. So I pulled that one off round, so that put me at 3-2. Round 6, I played against a really awesome guy. He was drafted. He got black-red vampires with double Falconwrath Noble and Falconwrath Marauders. But game 1, I literally had the best start of anyone. It was like turn 2 Priest, turn 3 Fiend Hunter, turn 4 Slayer of the Wiki, killing his Markov Patrician, and turn 4 Daybreak Ranger, and he didn't cast a spell, so it flipped. It was just like insane. So he got a little upset game 1. Game 2, he came out really quick and actually got double Falconwrath Noble, Falconwrath Marauders on the field, and I couldn't come back from that. And then game 3, I barely pulled it off. It was more like a stall fest. I got him into top deck mode while I had a Splinter Fright in play, and my deck had 19 creatures in it. So the game essentially ended when I attacked with a 15-12 trample, and he had, like, there was nothing he could do about it. So at that point, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm 4-2. I'm like, okay, getting there. Next round, I don't remember exactly what happened. I know I eked out the win playing a Rage Thrower. Got there. And then, so at that point, I'm 5-2. I'm like, yes! If I win, prizes were, 26 packs if you went 6-2. And nothing if you did worse. So it was all or nothing at that point. And I sat down across from a guy who I'd seen his deck already, and I knew I was going to lose. It was very unfortunate. Game 1 ended with Charmbreaker Devils recurring Brimstone Volley every turn. Game 2 ended with the same Devils, Charmbreaker Devils, recurring Grasp of Phantoms every turn. So I never drew another card. Like, he just would recur creatures every turn. So there went that. I ended up 5-3. Oddly enough, I ended up in the same position as did the last PTQ. I ended up in 42nd out of 160 people. Little sad that I didn't win anything. I honestly thought that this was my time. Funnily, I was talking with another guy. His deck was almost the same as mine, except instead of a Daybreak Ranger, he had a Geist Honored Monk, and he started out 6-0. So, I mean, that's the one thing I don't like so much about Innistrad Sealed, is, you know, any deck can really win. It's, can you curve out, can you get a good draw? There's very, very few decks that are super consistent. So, there's that. I mean, I had a good time as a whole. I felt I played good Magic. Let's see, what else was I going to do? Right, oh! I remember now. I hit 300 subscribers. Yay! To be honest, I have no idea what I'm going to do for that video. Specifically. My 200 one, I had the idea for a while. It just took forever to get specifically the footage with me and my girlfriend. Things kept popping up, so I actually posted my 200 subscriber when I was at like 240. So that was a little interesting, but I have no idea what I'm going to do for 300. So if you guys have any ideas, leave them down below in the comments. Yeah. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Second thing is, when I was playing, I'm just telling you, this is just like story time now. So for those of you who watched my pack opening video on Friday, where I won an M12 draft, you know that I was climbing up a hill, slipped and punched a rock, so that was fun. And the morning when I was scraping ice off my car, I actually sliced open my hand with the ice. So when I was playing Magic, I had to shake hands. I couldn't shake hands with my right hand because it just happens when you shake hands, it'd be like overlapping all three of the cuts. So I had to shake left hand and say, "Good game." And people would look at me funny and they say, "Oh, you left hand?" I said, "No, just crippled," like enthusiastically. So that was fun. What else is there? I know I have more stories. Oh, right. The other thing I wanted to ask from you guys. I know I'm a very needy YouTuber. What I want you guys to do is, say hit 300 subs. I just want to keep making content you guys want to watch. I don't want to, keep posting videos and have you guys not watch them. Like I want to be entertaining. So if you guys want to have any ideas at all of things you want me to do, leave them down below in the comments. And the last update I was going to do is Pack to Power. So for those of you who've noticed there hasn't been an update recently, it's because I couldn't bring my Pack to Power binder with me because I thought I was out of stamps. I actually had 6, and now I only have 2 left. Because I mailed out 2 trades from here that I had in my normal binder. But Pack to Power is still going on. It will be updated around December 17th. My last final, I think, is the 16th, and then I drive back the next day. They kick you out within 24 hours. So that day will also be a huge video update, mostly because it looks like I got like 9 packages / envelopes of trades. So that's gonna be fun. Looking forward to a huge mail day session. I dropped it. So there's that. Not as entertaining as the last video. I'm very, very sad my computer freaked out and didn't approve because it was pretty good. I liked it a lot. See, when I'm sleep deprived, right, whatever pops into my head just gets blurted out of my mouth. So here I'm actually somewhat processing what I'm saying. Last night, no, it was just funny comment after funny comment. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, appreciate all your support.